Hello, hello. My name is Greg. This is Stephanie, and this is our podcast, Living in Key West. We are both real estate agents here in the Florida Keys, so if you've ever been thinking about selling or buying, please don't hesitate to reach out. We'd be more than happy to help you out. And this is it. What's up, Stephanie?
This is it.
This is it.
This is it. Well, I feel like I always want to say, or if you are looking for someone to help you rent your property, we also are available to do that. Yeah. So that's
fancy.
Yeah. Just I always want to say that. I know it's not as like sexy to put it into the like intro or
really,
rent.
Doesn't really flow.
Yeah.
If you like to sell, buy, or rent.
Or rent. But I do want to put it out there into the universe. So,
and, you know, we get that question quite frequently.
Yeah. Yep.
If we do rentals.
So we are available. We same with the buying side and the selling side. We don't necessarily work with everyone, but for the people that we do work with, we are a boutique firm and we are full service. So, yeah, just want to make sure I put that in there. Okay, so what's up? So it's Easter Sunday as we record this. Happy Easter to you.
Yeah. It's kind of bummer. We went to One Love for lunch, and I was really planning on tearing into that salmon, or salmon, however you guys pronounce it.
Salmon for the fancy people.
The salmon for my Easter lunch, but
that's what we had for Christmas.
It was
lunch, dinner.
I figured
so good.
I figured he'd be open because he was open Thanksgiving, he was open Christmas, but he wasn't open today.
Yeah,
may not have been able to get the staff.
That's true.
I know he's been saying that's been difficult, so that's why he's been working.
Yeah, I'm glad he took a day off, but
but not a day when we're coming, Chef. Come on now. So that was a little bit of a bummer, and then we then decided to go to Matt's.
Stock Island.
Stock Island? What is it called though? Matt's?
I think it's called, isn't it called Matt's Stock Island?
Oh, sure.
I think so.
We went there, and I want to be very fair in the beginning. Pretty much nothing we're gluten-free, pretty much nothing on the menu because it was a special Easter brunch menu. Nothing was really gluten-free. We did get a couple of things. I thought they tasted pretty good. The deviled eggs
they had delicious deviled eggs, and they were technically gluten-free.
What did we get?
Oh,
the cheese and the
pimento cheese toast with the asabuco and
but no toast.
Right, no toast.
And a fried egg. I thought that was pretty good.
That was good. Everything looked so it was a fixed brunch menu, and they do something very similar like on most Sundays for Sunday brunch, but this one was a special like Easter brunch menu, and you can order from it a la carte. And they're all like small plates. Or you can do $55 a person for unlimited small plates. So anything off the menu, and unlimited or like bottomless mimosas and bottomless
it's actually a pretty good deal.
Bloody Marys. If we could eat what was on the menu,
able to eat it,
we probably would have done it.
I got so they say it was a mimosa. And
you ordered a mimosa.
I ordered a mimosa. I think I got rosé.
Yeah.
And but that was like $12.
Yeah.
So
well, I mean, and the small plates are like $8 or $7 or $12 or like the
beef tenderloin was $16.
Yeah. So once you start adding it up, because they are small plates, which I like like a tapas type like vibe where you're ordering lots of different stuff and sharing it, and like just ordering a little. Like Dragonfly was like that too, where we like to eat just like you order.
If anyone is ever in Gainesville, Florida, an absolute must is Dragonfly.
Mm-hmm. It's so good.
When I say absolute must, it is you have to bring us some.
Yeah, delicious. Best sushi we've ever had.
I don't know how you'll get it to us quick enough for where it still tastes good, but that's on you.
So same vibes where you're ordering little small plates or whatever, but yeah, if you order enough, eventually it adds up. It's like you might as well just do the $55 and then you can get as many little small plates and cocktails. So bottomless mimosas, bottomless Bloody Marys.
Yep. Which those by themselves probably are $55 if you drink a lot.
Absolutely.
I would not drink $55 worth of that, but I could have seen maybe having two.
Sure. Yeah, and if that's
$24 right there.
Right.
I would have gotten the beef tenderloins, maybe 2 or 3 of those. I'm already
Yeah.
At 3 of those, you're already at $50. So
yeah, definitely makes sense.
because it was just literally a beef tenderloin.
It's like a slider.
Yeah,
it's
it's a
just
slider.
one little beef tenderloin slider. Yeah. So they also do, like I was saying, they do the same sort of like brunch situation. I think like every Sunday, but it's not the Easter menu. It's just like a normal menu, but it looks really good. And they have the same thing where you can order a la carte if you just want like a Bloody Mary.
A bloody mimosa.
That sounds disgusting.
That actually sounds nasty.
Yeah. So if you want a Bloody Mary, if you just want a Bloody Mary and like some avocado toast, you probably don't want to do the $55 thing. But if you want a few cocktails and want to order a few little plates, I mean, you might as well just do that. So it's a very cute place. It's actually at the Perry Hotel on Stock Island.
Yeah.
And
it's a great little area.
It is. We sat outside because we had the little girls with us, and it was, even though it was warm out, it was nice. Like it's nice. Like it was under the cover and it was shaded, and you're right there on the marina. It's a great location. I did some stories, so if anyone watched our Instagram stories, they saw. But yeah.
That, and then we went to the farm afterwards.
We did.
So the farm is a bunch of rescue animals, not like dogs, but actual like
farm animals
and exotic animals.
Yeah.
And it is located under the jail on Stock Island.
Yeah.
So, no, sorry, I'm getting technical difficulty. So we went there. That was their Easter. We haven't been in probably a couple months, but it was their Easter extravaganza, and they had a bunch of Easter eggs out. There was a ton of people there.
Oh my gosh!
We got there about 45 minutes in, and there had already been over 1,000 people.
Yeah.
So very cool though. Stephanie got some good footage. She's gonna put out a TikTok video, apparently.
Yeah.
And you are?
Well, yeah. Plan to.
You heard it here first, folks. You're going to have to hold her accountable. Yeah, so that was a lot of fun. And the girls were phenomenal.
They were.
Winnie and Perry both came with us. They both got baths today. We dyed Perry's mohawk. Only her head, though. I kind of like it.
Yeah, it looks good.
A lot easier than doing her whole body. Or her whole mohawk. And then Winnie, we did her ears.
Yep.
And I think they may have been the main attraction.
I think so too. Adorable.
So,
although the prairie dogs
were freaking.
They're like a close second.
They moved their enclosure up to the front and made them a nice big new one. It's pretty sweet.
They're so cute.
Yeah. They have just Amazon boxes that they're just chewing on and burrowing in.
Yeah, they're like making little, it's like forts or something. You know, they're so cute. There's two of them. But yeah, they're adorable. They're really, really cute.
If I don't want a prairie dog now.
I know. Yeah. So that's a fun time. It's a really nice facility. We always talk about this, but it's free.
Farmer Jeannie's
it's available for kids.
Nicest person ever.
Farmer Jeannie's so sweet. The lady who works with her, I can't remember her name,
but she's very nice
so sweet. And it's just a really nice place. It's a really nice place for the animals. Like they are very well taken care of, and you can tell that they, want to make sure that they're comfortable and they have enrichment and they have the right food and wonderful vet care. I mean, they're extremely well cared for, and you can just tell that they're very happy. They had 2 skunks there that are new residents that we were excited to see because they have become residents since the last time we were there. And
but they were sleepy.
Yeah, we didn't really get to see them because they were snoozing, which is fine. You're happy for them to be relaxed like that, even with all those people. But one of them, I guess, had been given to the farm by someone who could no longer care for her pet skunk. And then the other one was a wild skunk who was found, and they thought that he had been poisoned because he has some neurological issues. He's not, so he wouldn't be safe to be released back into the wild, but he has quality of life in captivity. So it's like, that's the perfect place for an animal like that. So you feel, when they're in captivity for non-domesticated animals necessarily, you're kind of like,
and they live in the same enclosure, so they must get along.
Yeah. So they're probably like bonded or whatever, but yeah, so it's really nice. It's like, you just know that like for them, that's like a great setup for them. It's the best possible situation. So yeah, it's great to see. And the kids all were very happy to be there and doing their Easter egg hunts, and they had like a craft table.
There was a 10 egg limit, like 10 egg, like because they had people just going around tossing eggs in the yard for the little kids to grab, and I'm sure they had candy or whatever in them. And there's a 10 egg limit. Let's just say some people did not abide by that 10 egg limit.
Yeah.
Like a couple are not even close.
Yeah.
They actually probably misread that it said 100 egg limit.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw some lady, she was her arm was getting a little tired carrying that basket around.
Yeah.
Anyways,
but go to the farm.
Go to the farm.
Absolutely.
For sure. And definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. Shall we get the sad news out of the way? Mm-hmm. I'll let you do it.
Well, it's kind of, so last Monday, Nyah passed.
Last week, yeah.
Yeah, last week, Nyah passed. So, yeah, that sucks.
So we're down to 2 pups.
Yeah.
And,
it's weird.
It's very weird not having the big girl around the house. Mm-hmm. For those of you that have been with us for a while, you've seen Nyah wasn't on camera that much, but she was on camera. But she had a mass that was cancerous, and it ended up winning. So we're down to the 2 little babies, Winnie and Perry, and it is very weird, very sad. Mm-hmm. We had Nyah for almost 14 years, which is insane.
It is insane.
She was a sweet, sweet girl. Sweetest, gentle giant out there.
She was.
Extremely tolerant.
Extremely.
Of our little girls.
Yep.
I don't know if she ever knew a little dog not to boss her around, which probably worked in our favor. I mean, if you think about it, we had Belle before Nyah, right? Yeah. And Belle bossed Nyah around. Belle was our little 3-legged Chihuahua that passed, I don't know, a year and a half ago. And she was 17, but she definitely bossed Nyah around. And then Winnie quickly, the second Winnie stepped in the house, took over that role. Yep. And man, Nyah was not allowed to get into any trouble.
And she was so sweet and wonderful too when we had foster pups.
Yes.
Foster dogs. She was always really, really
tolerant. We got a lot of really good videos of Nyah when we were up in Gainesville. We did a ton of fostering. Our house that we had up there was almost set up perfectly for fostering dogs because we could easily split the house up. And we had multiple times where we had pregnant dogs come to our house and give birth at our house. And so we'd have 3, 4, 5, 6 puppies at a time, plus mama. And once the puppies got old enough to start walking around and come out, they obviously were interested in Nyah because she's a giant. She was a big girl, especially because a lot of the fosters that we had, we did have a pit come through one time that gave birth, but most of them were like Chihuahuas, Shih Tzu. Ooh, Gus, Junie, what's up?
Gracie, is that what they named?
Gracie.
Yeah.
And so
she was a good girl with them.
She was really good with them. She'd let them climb around on her, and then when I have a video of actually one of the puppies. She was on her back, and she didn't. I don't think she actually knew how big she was. She was very much a lap dog. She wanted to be. You couldn't leave the room without her wanting to be by your side. Baby. She was a ginormous baby. If there's something wrong with her, as far as like she stepped on something, you would know. Meanwhile, Winnie has a horrific back injury, and you don't know. She's just dragging herself across the floor. And doesn't make a peep. But sweet, sweet girl. We miss her. We're going to miss her. And yeah, it's weird. Very weird.
It's just weird not having her in like the day-to-day, like our routines and her, it's weird. So it's sad, but she was when we moved here and we took her to the vet here and we transferred her paperwork and all that stuff over. They thought there was an error on her paperwork.
They're like, there's no way this is a Ridgeback.
Because they just don't live that long, which is so funny because Greg had a Ridgeback
beforehand.
Before Nyah that he got when you were like, gosh, I don't know, 12 maybe-ish?
13, yeah. In that area,
yeah, 12, 13. And so you grew up with, Gamba was his name. And then he was with you in college when we met. So then I met Gamma in college, and then we graduated and bought our house and got married. He was with us through all of that, which is so wild to think that you got him as like a child. And then and then the day we came back from our honeymoon.
Absolutely sweet too.
He was.
Well, yeah.
And almost 14.
And he was almost 14. And the day we got back from our honeymoon, he passed.
Yeah.
And Nyah was actually born the day before we got married.
Yeah.
So I always like to joke, knowing when Nyah was born made sure I knew when we got married. So
Nyah's birthday.
Yeah, Nyah's birthday. So but yeah, so 14 years, almost 14.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them were almost 14, and apparently that's kind of unheard of for Ridgeback age. A true Ridgeback.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Sweet girl.
Sweet girl. But so that was Monday.
And a part of it on the good side is we were able to donate all of her stuff.
We were
to the SPCA.
Yep, she had a special like urinary diet that she was on. It's like expensive.
It was like $100 a bag, and we had literally just got it.
Yeah.
Maybe she ate out of it twice.
Yeah.
But we were able to donate that to the SPCA and everything else with her. So that's that was good.
Yep, that and we had some other stuff that was really nice and we were able to pay that forward to some other pups who don't have that. So that's really nice. We were able to do that. So I mean, silver lining, I guess. Still stinks, but yeah.
Big girl.
Yep. So we also, actually this was on Sunday, we did paint and sip at Mango's.
We did.
Which was fun. It was with Frida Strokes. So it was actually a drag paint and sip. And Frida is the alter ego of Lance. Let me tell you.
Bass.
Lance Bass. No. Lance Berry.
That was close.
Berry. So you can find him on Instagram as well. It's like he has Lance Berry art. It's LBart_Inc.
I don't know if Stephanie's wonderful art's in the photo, but it's hanging up on our wall now because it was so good. Mine got tossed in the hallway.
Oh my gosh.
But
art is subjective. It's not good or bad.
But that was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Well, let's just say everyone loved yours. No one looked at mine. They actually had to move mine out of the way so they could see yours.
Okay.
But no, both of ours is very cool. I actually like both of ours a lot, and
the experience was.
It was a lot of fun.
It's really about the journey. I
never actually knew Mango's was so big.
No, me either. We were shocked. We walk by Mango's all the time, and you see the outside area, and you think it's just like the bar and the outside area. We're like, where the heck is this going to be? Because it said it was upstairs. We're like, where's the upstairs at Mango's?
Yeah.
So it's
there's a lot more space than just
there is. It's like a really great event space. You could do a really great party or a wedding reception or something.
Yeah, that'd be actually great because it's a huge space, and then they have the balcony up top too, so you can go out and kind of look out over Duval.
Yeah, absolutely.
Close enough, maybe.
Yeah, it's a really cool space. So you go in to the back of Mango's, behind the area that you can see, and then there's a building. You go up the stairs. There's a big open room, and there was probably, I don't know, what do you think, 20, 25 people taking the class?
And there's still a lot of open seats.
Yeah, yeah. But it was really fun. Lance, a.k.a. Frida, was fun and entertaining, but also just a really good teacher, coming around and just saying positive things or saying, do you like it? Do you need some help? What are your thoughts? Just kind of gently sort of coaching you through the art piece of it. And then, it was nice. We had a couple of little breaks. You got a free cocktail.
Mm-hmm.
And then they also had a happy hour menu, and you could order little nibbles if you wanted. They didn't have anything gluten-free, so we didn't order anything, but you got your cocktail and I got a little soda, and it was nice. It was fun. It's fun.
It was a cool experience. It was a cool experience.
And it was a different vibe than the art class that we took at the studios.
Different vibe than that.
Yeah.
But both were fun. I would suggest both.
Absolutely. Totally different vibes.
I actually want to take another one. So we did a mouth or lips or something.
We had no idea what it was going to be.
Yeah, we didn't know what it was going to be. So, but I would like to do one because I've looked at his work and he does a lot of other stuff too. So I think it'd be cool to do like a rooster or something like that. But I want to do it on a bigger canvas.
Yeah.
Because I want to be up. This wall where Stephanie's is hanging right now is actually a large wall. Mm-hmm. So maybe we'll just have to bring our own canvases.
Yeah, we could do that. That's a good idea.
And we're just going to decorate our house with subpar art by us. And but people are going to walk in and be like, oh my God, who's the artist? Living in Key West. Ooh, that's how I should have signed it. Next time,
yeah, definitely.
So that was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. And definitely go check out Lance. He is a really amazing painter and just like a really sweet guy. He's doing like a mural here in town. He has different projects. He's completely just a full-time artist. That's what he does here on the island. And you can support his work. And if you go on his Instagram, you'll be able to see like, you know, what he's working on and what he's got going on, what his work is, and any classes he's teaching, he also promotes as well. So you can check that out if you're going to be in town, want to do like a paint and sip or do something fun.
Yeah. I also want to point out, so before, and this happens almost every podcast, we're like, okay, do we need to think of a story to tell, or do we need to do something to kind of fill the space just a little bit? But,
or like switch it up.
Or switch it up. But man, we always fill it up. Like I forgot a lot of the stuff that we have done.
Yeah.
Like Hugh's View was really cool.
Yeah, that was
one of the days. Doesn't matter.
Thursday. Yeah, because we went to the opening at the studio. So Thursday, the studios does something called First Thursday. And it's like the first Thursday of every month. So this is the very first Thursday we've gone to at the studios, where they have exhibit areas where people come in and will exhibit their work for like a month at a time. And so our friends, Leif and Lauren,
the Ilvetson brothers.
Right, the Ilvetson brothers who...
I'm a triplet.
You're
honorary triplet.
Honorary. Greg Ilvetson. They are exhibiting their art there in the main exhibition area on the first floor right when you walk in. So if you're in Key West, definitely stop by and go look at it. Yep. It's really cool. I mean, we like their work anyways, but they made a number of pieces that we had not seen at all and did some new techniques we hadn't seen from them. And another thing that I really love about their work that they're exhibiting there is they, you know, when you have like a piece of art and then you have like the little write-up or the little like, you know, label next to it, a lot of times it just says, you know, whatever the name is and the year and, you know, whatever. But they did these like little funny write-ups and it's perfect. It goes with the like kind of the humor of the pieces. Mm-hmm. It's really funny. It's all of their pieces are sort of a commentary on Key West and some of the funny things about Key West and then their write-ups go with them. It's just, it's a really good, I think it very well does a good job of exhibiting like their personality through their work and then through the write-ups and all that stuff. So that was really cool. It was super packed, really busy.
It was a lot of people there.
Yeah. So we did that. And then the studios is actually 3 floors and then you can go to the rooftop, and the rooftop is called Hugh's View. And they do Hugh's View glow hours on Tuesdays from 5 to 7. I'm telling you days and times right now, but I'm always going to say Google it because Key West is funny in that
they'll just change the hours.
If we're in season, meaning snowbirds are here, that's considered in season. And there are things that happen on the island or calendars or schedules that are kept during season that then kind of roll away. And that's not the case. Like once you get into like May-ish time frame. So right now, 5 to 7 is glow hours on Hugh's Views. So on Thursday when we went, it was not glow hours, but it was unlocked. And so you could get a cocktail downstairs and go up to Hugh's View.
That was the first time doing that.
We'd never been up to Hugh's View, but it was
really
amazing.
Cool.
Yeah. It's a really nice place. Like we were saying, like if we meet anyone in town, or we meet anyone for like cocktails, and it's especially if it's, because I think they're doing Mondays right now too. So if there's a Monday or a Tuesday and we can meet someone at Hugh's View, that's what we'll suggest, because it's just it's a great location, like great views, nice and spacious. It's Hugh's View.
Sorry, dudes. Did you think having 2 naps today? I would not be yawning, but
oh my gosh.
Yeah. So Hugh's Views. Oh, are you yawning over there?
I'm trying to stifle it. I was yawning.
Hugh Views.
Hugh's View.
Hugh's View.
It's one guy. That's his view. Hugh's View.
Well, why isn't it Greg's View or Winnie's View?
I'm sure if you paid enough, you could call it that.
Winnie, get to work.
Everything's sponsored there.
Yeah, so I wouldn't mind that being named after us.
Greg's View.
Yeah, well, it could be both of us. Living in Key West View. But that was like, I would say that view rivals the lighthouse.
Definitely. And you could see the lighthouse from...
You could see the lighthouse. I think the lighthouse is a little better. I think it's up higher.
Yeah.
And you're a little closer to the water, so you got like a little better views of the water. But you still have it there, a huge view.
Yeah, it's a cool spot. But also, the studios has a ton of art that you can look at and enjoy too, and buy. Yeah, and then also Books and Books, which is the bookstore that's associated with the studios. It's an amazing bookstore. It's so good. It's just like a local independent bookstore. So support independent bookstores. It's if you are into books at all, if you like, they have journals, they have puzzles, they have game. It's like they have paint, they have stuff for kids. If that's your vibe at all, like Barnes and Noble, if you could like spend all day there, like go into Books and Books. So that was open too. So we went into Books and Books and perused around in there. So it was just a nice night, beautiful evening to be up at Hughes View. And yeah, so definitely if you're into art at all, stop by the studios while you're in town. If you're into books, stop by Books and Books. So that was Thursday.
I also want to point out that we're wearing our merch.
We are wearing our merch.
Winnie for Mayor.
Yeah.
Living in Key West.
I love our merch.
I got our good vibes on.
Yeah, it looks good on you.
It does. I like this tie-dye shirt.
I like it.
It's mine now.
Keys, Greg.
Keys, Greg, in the house. Well, someone asked what my favorite color was this morning or yesterday.
Oh, they did?
That's for you. And I said, well, you know what? Keyrez Greg says probably purple now.
Purple's your favorite color?
I can dig some purple.
Yeah.
But
you've been getting into color more.
Yeah.
Like since you came down to the Keys. You get like more color in your wardrobe and stuff.
Panama hats.
Panama hats. Purple Panama hat.
Purple Panama.
And you got your purple linen shirt that you're going to wear.
That Panama hat it's a sun hat.
Because the brim is wider.
Yeah. Like
you can wear it any time though.
I know, but that one's big.
Yeah.
I want more colors in the one I have now, that size.
I agree. I think that one looks, like more like put together, polished or something like it. Yeah. And like, I think the other one, I really like the purple one, but I totally get what you're saying. It's less of like an everyday sort of hat.
I wore that to the beach when we went to Fort Zach.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And people were jealous.
Well, obviously.
I mean, they're staring at me. I don't know if it was because they thought it looked goofy or they wanted the hat, but
Friday we got to go to Marathon again.
Golly.
That was Friday.
I thought we didn't do anything.
No, we went to Marathon and we went to, so this is really funny. So when we were between places right at the end of December and right at the beginning of January, we were between places. So we had to stay at a hotel for a couple of nights.
Cottages.
And we stayed at this place in Marathon because it's crazy on the island of Key West during like New Year's. If you can find a spot,
it was $1,000.
It's for like nothing. So we ended up finding a place
and remember we had 3 dogs
and we had 3 girls. Yes.
So we had to.
Yes, we had a very limited number of places we could stay. So we ended up staying at this place. It's called the Cottages, right?
Sure.
I think it's the Cottages or something like that in Marathon, and they're really cute. And they had a food truck there.
They're dated, but they're fine.
Yeah, they're not fancy by any stretch, but they're like kind of beach bungalowy, whatever. So there's a food truck there on site. It was like a taco truck, and I was stoked because that's like my favorite type of food is Mexican or tacos, chips and salsa. Like I could eat that every day of my life. Yes.
You guys have to talk about it because I could literally eat it right now.
Luckily, nothing's open.
People.
Literally, nothing's open.
I know
on Sundays. But So it was never open the whole time we were there because we were there over New Year's, and we were so bummed out because it got really good reviews. So anyways, did someone tell us that it was really good, or did you?
I saw someone mentioned it in our lives randomly.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So
And I was like, that sounds familiar.
So it got put back on our radar because someone recently said on our live. So then we decided when we went on Friday to check on the status of our client's new build and how everything's going on that, we were like, well, let's just go.
Let's get lunch.
Let's get lunch. And so we did.
Let's just do it.
It's really good.
It was delicious.
And it was like packed. Like the locals know, like they go there for lunch. So it sounds kind of funny because it's like this little like hotel-y, bungalow-y like place to stay. Priced. But like people, people were funneling in to go eat at this place. Yeah.
Right now.
So one thing that was like different about it, because all these different places, because I wouldn't even like compare it to Taco Express, right? Like I love Taco Express, but it's different. So their thing is they have this like aioli sauce.
Yeah.
So it's like
a cilantro.
A cilantro aioli sauce. So it's like a creamier flavor. So we got chicken tacos and we got the aioli sauce, and then we got chips and salsa and a side of guac, and it was all really good. And it was soft corn tortillas. And then I got a limeade, and you got a Mexican Coke, right?
No, it's just a Coke.
Oh, just a Coke. It was in the glass bottle, so I thought it was like a Mexican Coke. But it was very good.
My only complaint would be that there wasn't enough chips.
Right. So next time we would probably get chips and salsa and chips and guac. So we'd get
I imagine we'll be back this week, coming up week, because we're going to be going back to check on the house. We're going to be in crunch time. And I'm hoping this doesn't affect the house getting getting done, but first time in months we're supposed to have storms.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah.
But we got to tell them what the name of the taco place is, because we didn't mention La Isla Taco
Place.
La Isla
Taco Place. And Marathon.
And it was like, it was reasonably priced. There's another place that people are gaga about, for tacos here in the Keys, and I'm not going to name it because I don't want to put them on blast or anything. They're not bad.
They're not bad. They're good tacos, but they're extremely expensive.
Like wild how expensive
even
they
for
are.
Florida Keys. And
I think,
we got 2 or 3 tacos.
It was like $21 just for the tacos. You don't get chips with that. You don't get anything. Like, what? And then you get chips and salsa. I mean, I think we ended up at that place. I think we got one thing of tacos. We split chips and salsa, a drink, like nothing. It was like with tip, it was like $70 or something, like insane. And it's not even like, to me, that good. It's fine.
No, I mean, it was good. It was good.
Yeah.
But
this is a place we're not naming, but the place
I think Sins is just as good.
Oh, for sure.
I think
Taco
Express.
Yeah.
Obviously, Kim's Cuban.
So
and
good.
Then La Isla.
Yeah. So the place that we're talking about at the cottages, very reasonably priced, very good, and it's called La Isla Taco Grill. They're on Facebook and Instagram, and
no website.
La Isla ISLA Taco Grill.
Place.
Why do you keep saying place?
Why not?
It's not. It's La Isla Taco Grill. That's what it's called. So if you want to look it up, it's really good. It's right in Marathon, and they're really nice. So.
And there's a nice tiki bar at the cottages that you're allowed to sit at.
Yep.
And there's a bar there.
Yep. You can get a margarita.
So you can get a drink if you want.
Margarita, beer,
you
whatever.
You can bring your pups.
Yep.
Because it's all outside.
Yeah. It's all covered and nice. Yeah. So very good. We always like to do our food content.
Yep.
So that was very yummy.
So
that was Friday.
That was Friday. And then you had a migraine.
I did. I think it's the pollen.
Kind
of
Friday and Saturday. And then, allergies. Gives her a migraine, makes my joints hurt. So here we are.
The pollen has been
in Key West.
Crazy. Now, the pollen, when we lived in Gainesville, it was like yellow. Like everything was yellow. Cars were yellow. It was like oak pollen or something.
There's nothing yellow out there.
There's nothing yellow here. You don't even see it, but we are both like sneezing our heads off, congested when we wake up. And I think the congestion is what triggered me to get a migraine. because then I stayed home on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So I stayed home on
And
Saturday.
this morning.
I didn't do the walk on yesterday. And I felt bad all day. And then finally last night I started to feel better because I did not go outside yesterday at all. And then I stayed home from the walk this morning. We went out to eat and to the farm, but we weren't gone for a super long time. And I still feel okay. So I don't want to push it too much because I think that that's, you know, the kind of thing that triggers it and that's hard to get rid of. So anyways, yeah. You took 2 naps today.
They're very short naps, guys.
Yeah, very short naps.
Like
little cat
3-4
naps.
hours each.
3. That's it.
Just I've already
Short.
slept 8-hour nap wise. No, they're probably 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
Oh, we should talk about. We just watched a show that one of our friends recommended to us. It's called Shrinking.
Yes, I meant to talk about that last week.
Did we talk about it?
No, I said I meant to.
Oh, I was like, we did. It's on Apple TV, right? And it's adorable. It's got Harrison Ford and Jason. What's his name? I can't remember what his name is. No, I can't remember. But
whatever his name is,
it's very cute. It's very funny.
I thought it was phenomenal.
It's very upbeat. It's an easy watch. Like there's a couple of like heavy themes, but like it's I thought it was very good though. Really well written, kind of funny, bantery, and just like
Apple's put out a couple of really good shows.
They have, yeah. There's another one that we have started too.
This one's way heavier.
No. Well, yeah, I was gonna say on Apple
really...
TV the what's it called? The
Morph.
Well, it's about the big
blue.
Is it called The Big Deal? The Good Deal, something like that. Anyways, yeah, that one I'm not convinced on. I'm not off of it, but I'm not convinced on it. And then we started on Hulu, Tiny Beautiful Things, I think is what it's called. That one's really heavy. So
super heavy.
We'll update you, but
I mean, it's good, but we kept thinking it's going to get like a little bit funnier.
Yeah. Well, it has Catherine Hahn in it, who, if you saw her, you would recognize her. If you don't know who she is, as I'm saying her name, she was in like Step Brothers. She was the wife who was like hitting on Brendan.
God, she was.
And then she was also she's been in a ton.
She's been in a lot of stuff.
She's a phenomenal comedic actress. She's hilarious. But this role is not funny. Really, it's a little funny. There's some lighter parts.
It has some comedy to it, but you think it's gonna eventually like just start being a lot funnier, and through a lot of the shows, and it's pretty. Yeah,
it's pretty heavy, but it's a good show. It's
good,
just you just have to be like prepared for it. I think to know that's like what it's going to be.
So
yeah.
All right. Well, we definitely don't have time for a story because we're already at like 45 minutes.
Oh my gosh. What story were you going to tell?
I didn't have any stories.
Oh, okay.
But, which works out.
My mind is blank, which works out.
Works out for all of you. Otherwise, I was just going to have to make one up. House of the week, eh?
Yeah, let's do.
Give it to us. You want to say it or you want me to say it?
You say it.
House of the week.
So the house of the week this week is 620 Thomas Street, number 297. So this is a shipyard condominium.
In the shipyard, which is in the Truman Annex.
Which means it has its transient license.
Weekly rentals.
Yes, it says weekly rentals. So that's interesting because normally transient license means nightly, but this specifically says minimum rental days is 7. So something to keep in mind. It is a 2-2, which is nice.
Mostly remodeled.
Yep. And it's 646 square feet. And
that's it, huh?
Yeah. They are asking $925,000. You do get an assigned parking space, which is really, really nice. It is a gated community, which is also nice.
Such a good location.
It really is.
To have an assigned parking spot is nice.
Yeah. And I mean, the location is really awesome. If you are not familiar with where the Truman Annex is, it's really central.
And part of the reason why we're doing this one as our house of the week is because on our live this week, we actually did a couple through the Truman Annex.
Yeah.
we switched it up a little bit. Did Truman Annex walks.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
So we decided to give you a house in one.
It's a beautiful location. Like the neighborhood itself is really pretty. The location on the island is really nice because it's central Old Town. So it's a quick walk or bike ride or Uber if you have to anywhere really in Old Town. And it's just a really pretty area if you're hanging out in there. And then there's also like the Truman Annex, like waterfront park where they have like a splash park for kids. And there's like a big open field. They do the farmer's market over there. It's a great little area. So they have been renting it out long-term since 2018. So you could keep doing that if you want to do long-term. You could do the vacation rentals if you wanted to, or you can, move there or just use it when you want to use it and have it empty when it's not. So lots of options and, lots more options at the Truman Annex properties because of the licensing over there than with some of the other properties. So and all for less than $1 million. And they're selling it furnished as well.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah. Right?
I don't know.
I thought you said that.
Nope.
Oh. Sorry, guys. I might be telling you a fib with that. I thought you said that.
No, that's
was that one of the other ones? Oh, sorry, guys. We were looking at different properties, and I got mixed up in my head. So this one does not say that, although I'm sure it could be negotiated. So.
Well, yeah, maybe it's long term, so maybe it's those people's.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Furniture, but nonetheless, it's not a lot of space, so fill it up. Yeah.
So that's our house.
What's coming up this week? Let's give that very quick version.
We're doing our events. Yeah, there's actually not a lot that I wanted to highlight. So April 15th and 16th is the Key West Southernmost Air Show Spectacular.
Yeah.
So the U.S. Navy Flight Demonstration Team, Blue Angels, and other military and civilian aerial performances will fill the skies at this free admission, family-friendly event celebrating the 200th anniversary of the Navy's presence in Key West. So in addition to the Blue Angels, aerial demonstrations by military and civilian performers and static military and vintage craft aircraft are planned.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, okay. Gates open at 10 a.m. both days. The air show starts at 11 with the Blue Angels flying at 2:30. And then there's free parking. Yeah, so...
Where is it being held?
Naval Air Station Key West Gate Mile at mile marker 7. Sorry, guys, this is long. Northbound traffic, enter the Naval Air Station Key West gate at mile marker 7. Southbound traffic, so if you're coming into the Keys, enter the main gate at mile marker 8. VIP pass holders, rideshare vehicles, and handicapped vehicles enter the commercial gate at mile marker 9. I'm sure they'll have that all marked off, but it's technically not.
It's not in Key West.
Right. Sounds like it's at the Naval Air Station.
Yep.
So that's on April 15th and 16th. Then also on April 15th, I thought this was cool because I actually have this in the Guide to Key West. So the Florida Keys National Marine Sanctuary's Eco Discovery Center in Key West reopens on April 15th with a community day celebration from 9 to 4 featuring coffee with the superintendent at 9, followed by a ribbon cutting ceremony at 10, then games and hands-on activities for kids with tours of the reimagined visitor center and exhibits throughout the day. There will be a Mission Iconic Reefs presentation at 2. The event is free, just like admission to the Eco Discovery Center itself. So that's why that was one of the big reasons I put it on the list, was not only is it cool, but it's always free. Yeah.
That's the one in the Truman Annex?
It is, yep. So this is now open regularly on Fridays and Saturdays from 9 to 4. So find the center in the Truman Waterfront Park at 35 Quay Road. So that's what I was just talking about, is with the shipyard, the Truman Waterfront Park is literally right there. And this is part of that, the Florida Eco Keys Discovery Center, which is a really cool, thing to do for grown-ups, but also for kids. And it's free. It's right in the Truman Annex. So, and they just did I think it's like a renovation or some sort of facelift where they were doing a whole bunch of stuff to make it look better. So this is the grand opening of it, but that's something you could do that if you were here, and especially in the Truman Annex. And then, that's it. Yeah. So and then also and
maybe some storms.
And if you're looking for indoor stuff to do, so the Eco Discovery Center, or also just stop by the studios and go like check out the art and stuff. That's another thing you could do that would
All indoors.
peruse books and books. Yeah, if you need indoor stuff to do. So
Cool.
that's all I got.
All right. And another thing is, I think all these allergies makes you sleepy.
They do. Yeah, allergies create
I could take another nap right now.
inflammation in your body because it
I know
releases
that.
histamine, and so then that makes you tired. It can affect your mental health. I mean, it's an inflammatory response. So yeah, I think that's
Runs the table.
yeah, it really does.
All right, guys. That is it. I hope you enjoyed this. And if you did, please like, subscribe, comment, and watch our other podcasts. Thank you so much.
Wait, I thought of something else.
Stephanie has thought of something else. I feel like this is now a theme where I'm about to sign off,
Yeah.
and Stephanie says, hold on 1 second. So
Well,
here we go.
sometimes you start to sign off before I know that you're going to sign off, and then there's something I want to say. So this is what I wanted to say.
Okay.
Part 1 of our new frequently asked questions series dropped on
Yeah, it did.
Thursday. So if you haven't listened to it, go listen to it, and it'll probably be at least
4 or 5.
4 or 5 parts, because we have so many frequently asked questions and we are diving deeper on them than we do on the live, because we have more of a forum for it on a podcast. So go check out part 1 that we just dropped this past Thursday, and then part 2 will drop this coming Thursday.
Yep.
Yeah, and we talked about what our scariest experience on the island has been
Ooh,
thus
yeah.
far. Yeah, so that's interesting.
Whoa.
Okay, finish with your sign off.
All right. Remember, if you're looking to buy, sell, or rent out, let us know. We're both real estate agents here in Florida Keys, the Florida Keys. All right. Thanks, guys. See ya. Bye.
Bye.